Happy New Year, everyone! It's Harrison Allen, and we are officially in the year of 2025. And what I do have in front of me is a special little Thomas Fiend money box. Instead of the yellow red line, and we replace a bit of silver, platinum, decoy on there as well. Yeah, I've had this one for just almost around 15, 14 years ago now, and this was in celebration of the 60th anniversary of the Thomas franchise, let alone the Railway series, and it's a limited edition of 500. So this is a very valuable item indeed. But we're actually not going to be here to talk about the actual money box itself, but rather the little special occasion it came out around. So yeah, so this year is a very big milestone for our little blue engine. He officially turns 80 years old this year, and for what we already know, Mattel is cooking up a good chunk of special anniversary merchandise, as well as other events happening as well for later on in the year. Now in this video, I am going to be discussing about predicting of what we can get and expect for Thomas's 80th anniversary this year. And I want to get the obvious out of the way. It was already been leaked or revealed that we're going a new push along the start of the original series before Mattel rebooted the entire show as a whole. And we're also going to be getting some more specialized books, as well as particular minis the golden 80th anniversary Thomas of the Railway series illustration on the side tanks and a classic style diesel tam, as we saw in Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Other than that, throughout my predictions, one thing for certain that I will not be covering anything regarding All Engines Go, because that's not Thomas to me. It will never be Thomas to me. And yes, despite me getting a pair of adult size All Engines Go themed pajamas from Peter Alexander as one of my Christmas presents this year, that does not give me any right to check out the reboot anytime soon. And despite I think I mentioned in my Christmas presents video that Duck, Donald, and Douglas are coming back very shortly. Does not mean the show's only going to get better from there, and will be worth checking out and other stuff. So yeah, All Engines Go will be off the cards for in this little prediction video. And something else I want to also briefly mention too, that everything I discuss and predict in this video, most of them most of them may not even happen this year. Some of them will happen this year. Some may happen later on in a few years time, and some may never happen entirely. But with these prediction videos, it's all about having fun, speculating what could happen, what won't happen, such. So between now and the end of the year, it's really going to be up to Mattel and other big manufacturers and companies to see what we're going to be getting in dedication of the 80th anniversary. So the first thing another, so we're already getting another recollection of, was it the original 26 Railway Series books by Wilbert Audrey. That really doesn't come to anyone's surprise. Another prediction some people are having is a complete collection of all of Christopher Audrey's Railway series books. They did do one in, was it 2007 limited time only in England, and it went up from, was it Really Useful Engines up until New Little Engine, I think. I mean, I don't know the book personally, but I think I'm just going off from memory and looking at the Thomas Wiki as well. Another prediction a lot of people know, this is going to be a pretty big one. The reveal of the Down the Mine pilot. Now, show executive Ian McHugh did confirm to a Thomas user, Nick Scarwin, during his breakdown videos of the cancelled season 2 episode The Missing Coach, that the pilot that greenlit the original series to we all know and love is in Mattel's archives, and according to Ian McHugh via the email he sent to Nick back in 2022, Mattel are having plans to digitally restore the pilots and put on a special DVD release for this year. Whether that's still going to be the case or not, it's also worth noting that while despite me believing we'll be getting the pilot in some capacity this year, it may not be from Mattel themselves, but rather saying being shown off in its original state or format in this year's upcoming Audrey extravaganza. So it really all depends on the amount of time before we get to see Mattel's restoration or the original format and the Telecom Railway and Rails. Another prediction I want to get out of the way too is an official update to the upcoming Mark Forster movie or the live action movie that Mattel still got in the works. It's been nearly 5 years since the movie's been announced. It was October 2020, so during the whole COVID-19 pandemic and such. We don't really know a good chunk of the movie because Mattel is also working on a whole bunch of other movies as we speak as well, like a Hot Wheels, a Matchbox, even a Bob the Builder movie as of January 2024 as well. But according to the Thomas Wiki, the movie as of March last year, the movie is still in the works. Now I can guarantee you guys we're not going to be getting the actual movie this year, but that does not mean we won't be hearing anything from Mattel themselves regarding the actual status of the project. My guess is sometime when the head coordinators at Mattel will give an announcement for any upcoming product they got with Thomas and such. One of them would be referring to the upcoming movie as well. When they do give an official announcement, I want to say they'll give an official synopsis of the plot, because when it was first announced, it was confirmed the movie will be told in a modern setting and modern unexpected way, I should say. And what else? I reckon they should also reveal the official title for the movie as well. It was going to be just cool to say Thomas the Friends of the movie or Thomas the Tank Engine Lee at the track, something like that. They can even announce the entire cast, who's going to be playing Thomas, who's going to be playing the Fat Controller, and such, and they'll either tease either for me personally, a 2026 or a 2027 release date. Because it could be longer though, but personally I think that's when either of those 2 years when we'll be getting the actual movie, from what I believe. Now, in terms of the Audrey extravaganza, I've got a gut feeling that most of the new additions will be a whole bunch of lost media. So I did say the Down the Line pilot possibly getting revealed down there too. That's still in the cards. Some other lost footage could be, we could probably get see a public viewing of was raw footage for say the missing coach, because it was never confirmed to be in Mattel's archives, but you never know what type of material the Telecom Railway tend to get their hands on. So that's another possibility. I can also see them revealing say the 1973 Andrew Lloyd Webber pilot that was made, that recently we did get a few stills of, was Thomas coming out of the shed and such. That's all we know, but it was basically going to be somewhat a predecessor to All Engines Going Away, how it was a 2D style animated musical series that Andrew Lloyd had in mind before unfortunately the entire series got cancelled, and he later went on to create Starlight Express, as anyone else would guess is basically a musical with talking trains. So Thomas Theorists did confirm that during his Lost Railway series books, he did say that he actually met someone over the Telecom Railway, and he did specify that other than Barry the Rescue Engine, which Christopher Audrey did plan to release sometime in the 80s, but unfortunately never got published. There are some more outlines for like 5 other books which have not seen the light of day. One of the stories from what he told them is about Sir Handel getting stuck in mud, which is actually based on a real life event on the Talyllyn Railway. So now I doubt we're going to be seeing those books getting published anytime soon. Although Christopher did confirm that those story ideas are basically all ready to go for publication, but we could get also the official outlines for those 5 Lost Railway series books, including Barry the Rescue Engine, of course, because some more detail of that lost book has surfaced online as of recently as well. I do also see was the Talyllyn Railway, the Audrey Extravaganza, showing off some official concept arts for the cancelled movie The Adventures of Thomas. Now, last year, we did get finally an official first draft of what the movie was going to be like. But however, yet to this point, we still haven't got any type of official concept art, or what the engine, say Thomas and some the new characters were going to look like, with these smoke box doors, because that was apparently the design Hit Entertainment were going to take the movie at the time to appeal to an older audience. I wouldn't mind seeing those little concept arts finally get revealed as well, so we get a better understanding how edgy this movie was going to be and such. Now, in terms of other merchandise, like I said, we've got minis coming out with specialized models, including push a lot was motorized push along, I think it's pronounced, coming out their own little special model of Thomas. Now, I personally don't collect Bachmann, but I do have a Bachmann Jeremy on top of my bedroom shelf. Now, I have no idea what exactly Bachmann has got up their sleeves when it comes the 80th anniversary this year, but I do see a few new announcements, because Bachmann, as we guys are probably aware, have got a lot of projects they seriously need to catch up on. A prototype of Handel was not revealed not too long ago, but we're still waiting to see a painted sample of him, because I believe we're going to be getting Bachmann will be releasing their Handel model at some stage this year. It'll be also nice to know to see if they're going to be updating their Duncan model, which was been silently cancelled. Was it late last year as well? And another little was prediction, which may not even happen this year and probably later on down the track, is a reveal or discovery of the finalized director's cut of Thomas and the Magic Railroad that was shown at the press screenings or the test screenings in the US before Brett Croft made the changes to the final movie we got. Because we did get the leak of the work prints and other deleted scenes in the Blu-ray back in 2020 for the 75th anniversary. Personally, I think it would be nice to either have Mattel or Sony or someone who ever leaks it, show off what was going to be the whole P.T. Boomer storyline, fully finalized, full polished and clean, just what was shown during that little test screening back in 1999, early 2000. Other than that, I don't really have much predictions to even think about, really. If any of these predictions do come, if most of these predictions do come true at some stage, that'll be great. If not, at the end of the day, it's really just wishful thinking. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, guys, and happy 80th anniversary, Thomas. I'm really looking forward to see what Mattel will be cooking up for your big milestone this year. Other than that, Happy New Year, everyone, and I'll be back with some more videos soon. Bye!